There are those few directors that put out a total hit once every 5 to 10 years, then disappear into the fray. David Lynch, Sofia Coppola, Alfonso Cuarón. If you don't know who those people are, that's fine. You only need to know this man, Bong Joon-ho, Asia's greatest filmmaker since Akira Kurosawa. His magnum opus, at least for the time being, is a film called Parasite.
이래서 국까지 눌러봤어?
안 돼.
반대 순서로도 해봐.
안 된다니까.
아이씨, 뭐야 그럼?
I picked this film to analyze for reasons I did not yet know, other than that there was something there. After a couple days of reflecting, I realized what that thing was. The film is remarkable in its use of height to display a symbol. Height, not as in the height of the characters, but rather elevation. Underground, on ground, high above ground, etc. This symbol is used to develop the theme that we can obtain material wealth without contributing to the plight of the lower class.
I'd like to repeat that because it sounds vaguely important.
We can obtain material wealth without contributing to the plight of the lower class. This is the very first scene of the film. In it, we're introduced to our main family, the Kims, each one acting as our collective protagonist. Siblings Ki-woo and Ki-jung can be seen straining for Wi-Fi, which has recently been cut off from them. Their father, Ki-taek, suggests they hold their phones in the highest spot they can, and they oblige him by going to the bathroom and raising them to the ceiling. Just like that, their desires are satisfied, and they steal bandwidth from a nearby coffee shop. The material wealth, Wi-Fi, is obtained at the expense of the lower class, the coffee shop, which is located in a poor neighborhood. Keep in mind that the poor can steal from the poor. Based on the unpleasant coloration of their environment, we can immediately tell that they are poor. Lots of black and green surround them. Hang on to that topic, because we'll revisit it in a moment. This theme of elevation continues later with the arrival of Min. Min is a friend of the Kims, and a fairly rich one at that. He brings them a gift that represents them throughout the film. It's a massive stone, inconspicuous at first, but matching their countenance and color. The thing is called a landscape stone, calling back the theme of height. When he and Ki-woo leave their basement later that evening, they elevate by about 8 feet. Just like that, the greens and grays are somewhat replaced with blue, yellow, and red. Right away, the topic of discussion moves to an opportunity for the Kims to gain wealth. Ki-woo gets the idea to tutor his friend's friend, even though he is completely unqualified. Soon after, he goes to the girl's residence, a stunning and lavish estate. It sits high atop a hill, playing into the idea of elevation yet again. The greenery is lessened still, hiding in the exterior of the home. Not coincidentally, Ki-woo is closer than ever to making the money he wants. He meets the caretaker and mother, then the latter takes him upstairs to meet the student, Da-hai. He gets closer than ever to wealth, and again higher than ever. By now, there is about no green in the frame, not even a plant on this level. White and gold aplenty though, colors representing fortune and success in Eastern Asian culture. What money, which is considerable, could have, and probably should have, gone to someone who knows what they're doing. The idea that self-preservation at the stake of the working class isn't just limited to the Kims, though. The Park family, the rich one Da-hai belongs to, is exponentially more guilty of this. Patriarch Dong-ik is the CEO of a global IT company, most of which are notorious for their poor treatment and pay of their workers. His home is no different, treating their caretaker, who is the foundation of the household and the only thing keeping them together, like just another commoner. As the Kims gradually take over their personal workforce of drivers, therapists, and tutors, innocent and wrongly framed people lose their jobs. It ends with her being framed, and the mother of the Kims replaces her. Another one moving up, ridding themselves of that gray and green in favor of white and beige, and ridding a fellow worker of their career. Another example of the Park's guilt would be Da Song's interest in poverty culture. He cosplays as a Native American with arrows and teepees and so on, though all from the comfort of this mansion. It's all the aesthetic of an impoverished group like theirs, but without any of the hardship that created it. Additionally, his favorite food is something called ramdon, a traditional Korean street food. Once again, his love of foreign and poor things stays at arm's reach. You wouldn't see him going to the slums of Seoul to get the real thing. It all begs the question, who are the real parasites here? One last example of this elevation, coloration, and association is in the park's own basement. In a major plot twist, caretaker Moon enters a secret bunker under the home where her husband hides. This is the dark underbelly of wealth, the lowest elevation of the film, and, guess what, also the greenest. So, the representative of debt and poverty resides in the literal foundation of the park's home. Korea is a nation of deep classic division, very much a place of haves and have-nots. The country with the smallest middle class, though, is us, the US, pardon the pun. So the themes of this movie should resonate heavily with everyone here.